Yeah, and I told you Amy actually got a text message from her on that day.
Right.
She also got, I'd have to look at my other calendar books. I'll change. Okay, car towed the 30th. Runs out of gas again on the 27th. Anything about those things that comes to mind? Significance or questions you may have?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
July. We cruised through the first week, the second week, the third week. 15th comes up. Mom can't take it anymore. She's been shooting phone calls to Sis. Sis is making up where she is, reasons that the baby can't get on the phone.
And the reason Mom can't take it anymore is because that's the day my father got the registered letter from the Postal Service, found out that the car had been towed and impounded, and he called my mom to say, the car's been towed, you need to find your daughter. Okay. And then that's when Mom said...
When did they go down to pick it up? That same day?
I can tell you, well, here's how the letter worked to my knowledge. Sent registered letter on the 11th is when it was delivered, or at least that's when they missed us, because they put a sticker, those little hang stickers, something that, hey, you missed a registered letter, put it on the front door of our house. We never use our front door of our house. The only reason we use it now is because of the media and all the situation. But we always go through the garage. So
now you're using the back door.
Yeah. My mother and father doing yard work on the weekend both noticed the sticker on the 13th. My father had just started a job on Monday the 14th. My mother works all day too, so of course neither of them were able to go and pick up this registered letter. Again, we don't know who it's from, It just says you have a letter. So they weren't able to go on Monday. My dad wasn't able to go. When he did go on Tuesday the 15th, saw the registered letter that it was about the car being towed. That's when he went to the wrecker and all that stuff. That's when all that happened, and then that's when...
So Dad went down and got the car.
Dad went down to get the car. When he got the car...
Who did he take with?
Who did he take with him?
Yeah.
No one, to my knowledge.
Oh, he was just going to have him tow it back to the house?
I'm pretty sure that's what he had them do, yes.
Yeah, because if he drove down there...
Oh, no, I take that back. My mother and father told me that my dad actually drove the car back because my mother was talking about how she didn't know how my dad survived it because the smell was so bad.
Did she follow him in the other car? Or?
That must have been how they did it. I haven't really asked all those intricacies of how that went down.
How far is that tow yard from your...
They were described it as being off of Narcoossee.
Not far then.
Narcoossee is an extremely long road. However, my knowledge of Narcoossee is there's a couple tow yards and there's a couple like rental car places and stuff like that are between Beeline and Lee Vista. So I mean that's minutes from our house. So
okay.
So if it was there, I don't think it could have been. They could have done after work. Could have done it any time. I have no idea. I didn't ask.
On the receipts, two high points that you mentioned that I also want to look at as being supporting that this child was somewhere else for a period of time. First and foremost is when you went to Tony's to gather your sister's belongings, you stated that there was no child clothing or diapers or anything of that nature.
Nothing.
That you observed.
That I could see, no. No, I
Nothing
didn't search anything either. But
nothing that, until you got home.
Until I got home with the bags, right.
The other thing is, on the receipts that you located that your sister had here, nothing strikes you as being normal purchases for a baby.
Nothing.
No diapers, no juice boxes, no...
Nothing.
Your niece was not potty trained.
Not completely, no. She was still using diapers.
She may have... She's on the way. She's in that age where she's okay.
Right. She was close.
All right. So someone's still changing diapers.
Yes.
Okay. She had the car seat was in the car. Her favorite doll was in No?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just asking if these are things that you noted as well, because I know that someone talked to Yuri about those in the family.
Yeah, my dad would be the best person to ask on all those. So.
Okay. You take the stuff back to the house. We've already...
No, yes.
The morning of the 16th. And skipping ahead, the 21st is the date of July that you believe that you may have taken those receipts to the attorney.
Or when the attorney came over to that, because my mother and the attorney did a Geraldo Rivera interview outside the house about 10 o'clock at night. And it was after that interview when the receipts were first mentioned to the attorney, and because we still had them in our possession. And he said, "Could I have them?" And we said, "Sure, here you go."
Was that discussed on Geraldo Rivera?
No. This was after...
I bet Geraldo Rivera would have had some questions.
Yeah, well, I've got some questions for him. No, that happened after their interview.
Don't throw a chair at him and don't punch him. Those are things that he's already got a lot of press over.
Yeah,
Did you see?
I'm not going to incriminate myself at this time.
Yeah. You fired over that one, too. God. Okay. All right, tell you what, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come in your mind and mine
absolutely.
too when we get done with these. I've never had an interview where I haven't asked myself in the past. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we'll touch upon those things. The conversation that you and I had before about things she made, statements that she made to you in visitation, the other two possibilities, we'll touch upon that later. Raise your right hand for me. Actually, first, is there anything right now that you want to add to your statement so far, or questions you have of me, or things that you think that I need to be bringing to someone's attention that may have been overlooked, such as a bundle of receipts? Right now,
Not at this moment.
Line of communication's open.
Perfect.
You got my number.
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand for me. You swear the information you gave today is true
Yes.
and freely given.
Yes.
Okay, before my battery dies, it's 2:02 p.m.